Hello everybody. Recently I've been practicing jiu-jitsu at home alone. So I wanted to build a training dummy. I went to YouTube and I looked at some videos and I got some great ideas for some. But while I was looking at videos, I saw most of them didn't have a solution for how to incorporate legs into your training dummy. Well, I got the idea. Why not use coveralls? So inside this dummy, inside the gi, is a pair of coveralls. I'm going to take these materials apart. I'm going to show you what I used. I'm going to show you how I stuffed them inside the coveralls and then put the coveralls inside a gi top and gi pants. All right, let's look at some of this gear. I have one hoodie stuffed inside another facing the opposite direction. I have one pillow that I'm going to stuff inside the hoodies. One small gear bag. If you have like a small backpack, I think it'll work just fine. But this happens to be a gear bag for a gi. It does need to have one strap so you can run whatever you're going to use for the legs down it. I actually have put a couple of knots in the bottom of my legs to act as feet. I have one towel, which I'm going to put long ways across inside of the coveralls. One pair of adult coveralls, and one gi, top and bottom, with a belt. All right, that's enough talk. Let's get to work. Stuff your pillow inside of your two hoodies. Try to get it up there as far as you can because you want it to form a head, something you can practice your chokes on. Once you have it stuffed up in there, next thing you want to do is go ahead and put like a shoe knot on it. Stuff it down in there. All right. Next thing you're going to do, take whatever towel you use, you could roll it up. Stuff it inside your coveralls. On the sleeves on the coveralls also, I went ahead and I buttoned them. You want to run on the full length of those coveralls. It'll make a difference with the arm bar. Next thing I'm doing is I'm going to stuff the sleeves of the two hoodies along with that towel down the full length of the coveralls. Next thing, take your small backpack or gear bag or gi bag. Foot first, just like you put them on with your own feet. Put those inside of your coveralls. Run them all the way down the length. Stuff that gear bag in there. It's going to be the lower abdomen, and it's also going to be your hips, basically. Zip up your coveralls all the way. I suggest you snap it and you button it. This will all help keep them all together. Now, if you don't have a gi, you can stop here. This guy right here could be your training dummy if you don't have a gi. But if you do, and you'll find it really worked out wonderfully in that the coveralls and the gi marry up really well, and I think it's because they're not smooth materials and so they don't slip and slide all over each other. I've been practicing with this dummy for over a week now and haven't had any issues. Every now and then I have to adjust the lapel, but that's because I'm doing moves and that's because I'm moving them around a lot. But other than that, I haven't had to adjust the belt, I haven't had to adjust the pants. It's been wonderful. Another suggestion I would give you, think about this as an option, and some of you may not be able to do this depending on what kind of coveralls you have, but get that belt of where that gi pant is all the way up, where you see the belt loops. I undid the gi tie on this, and basically what I've done is I just run it through and interweave the belt loop that comes inside the gi pants with the belt loops on the coveralls. The tighter you get them, the tighter your pants will fit and stay with your coveralls. Once again, same knot I would normally tie, and then stuff it inside the pant. So while you're rolling around with them, it doesn't get in the way. Last will be your gi top. Run the sleeves of the coveralls all the way down the length of the sleeve of the gi. Of course, all these are just suggestions. While you're building your own, if you see a way you can put yours together that works better for you than what I've made some suggestions for, then by all means. And share those with the rest of us. Last thing I'll do is I'll do the belt, and I'm going to put on the belt just like I normally would. Some martial arts, jiu-jitsu, you can use a belt against the person. If this is what you normally use anyway. All right. So here we have one training dummy, full size. All right, so once you have your training dummy assembled, you want to go ahead and run through some of your moves to make sure that he works for you and he's the right length and size. Maybe you want to put more material in the legs. Maybe you want to put less material in the arms. Maybe you want to readjust the head. I did it really quickly just to kind of demonstrate. I don't want a death by video, but just real quick, I'll just go over a couple of moves, some incorporating the entire body, some incorporating the legs, so I can kind of sell you on it that it's a legit use of coveralls. Like maybe you play legs wherever you go. As you can see, he holds on. The training dummy doesn't fall apart. So. You want to incorporate both sides, it'll work. You have to pick them up. You can even pull on the legs if you need to. So far, I haven't found a specific technique. Of course, I'm not throwing around really hard. I'm really just using them just for the techniques right now. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for stopping by. Take care, and God bless.